Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to learn how to create a slip knot and how to create the chain stitch. First, let's go over how to create a slip knot. Here we have our yarn. This here is the end of our yarn, and we call that the tail end. And the strand that comes from the ball of yarn over here is called the working yarn. So we're going to take the tail end of our yarn, hold it with your thumb, your middle, and your ring finger. And then we're going to take the working yarn and hold it in between our pointer and middle finger. Now you're going to cross the working yarn on top of your tail end, insert your fingers, and grab the working yarn and pull it through the hole. And that is how you create a slip knot. We're going to make a giant circle. Our tail end is here, our working yarn is over here. Place your working yarn over your circle, just like this. And then we're going to push this strand through our loop. So we have this strand, we're pushing it through the circle, and then we're going to grab it and pull it down just like that. Now just insert your hook and pull the working yarn to tighten your slip knot. And remember, we don't want it too tight, we just want it tight enough so that it moves back and forth on our hook pretty easily. So to create a chain, I hold my crochet hook like a knife, and then I hold my yarn in my left hand between my pointer and middle finger, and I just kind of let it flow after that. But I use my pointer and middle finger to tension my yarn. So if I want it to be tighter, I just hold them together tighter. In lesson 2, you should have experimented with this just a little bit, but you won't really start getting the hang of holding your yarn and hook until you start practicing, and so that's what we're doing today. So to start your chain, we're going to yarn over, and that simply means that we are wrapping the yarn around our hook. So we're going from the back of the hook over to the front, and you'll make sure that your crochet hook, that the head of the hook is always pointing down so that you can grab the yarn and pull it through. And that's your first chain. So we're going to yarn over and pull that yarn through the loop on our hook. Now we'll try that again. So yarn over, make sure your hook is facing down, and pull through that loop. And now we have 3 chains. So we'll do this, I'll do this a couple more times slowly. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. You'll move your fingers up with your chain as you go along. So if I make a couple chains here, I'm going to want to readjust by placing my fingers closer to where I'm chaining. So I'll do a couple, and then I'll move up. Create 3 more chains, and move up. And that's how you create a chain. Now, if your chain does not look like this, do not freak out. That's completely normal. The more you practice, the better your chain will get. So continue chaining and chaining and chaining. And if you feel like you're making too many chains, I promise you're not. You could chain and chain and chain until you've made a nice long necklace for yourself, if that's what you want. Learning to chain will help you get the hang of holding your hook. It lets you practice and adjust your tension as needed, and it gets you ready for future projects because this is going to be how you start almost every one of your projects. Alright, so that is it for the slip knot and chain stitch tutorial. If you're just starting to learn how to crochet and you need some more step-by-step instructions on where to get started and what you should learn next, I highly encourage you to sign up for my 7-day Learn to Crochet challenge. I'll leave the link in the description box below.